So welcome everybody tonight. We are getting ready for our community one-shot. If anybody here is interested in playing in future games, be sure to join our Discord. We have everyone here tonight has played in one of our one-shots. So now I can kind of take the kid gloves off and we can have some fun. Alright, so to start, we're going to do some quick introductions. Below me, I guess on the phone cam in the Vicious Mockery shirt we have.
I'll be playing Reswab.
Okay.
And I am a Circle of Wildfire druid.
Right.
An old turtle.
An
old wise turtle.
An old wise turtle named Reswab. I need to write that down. Reswab. Alright, Reswab. Alright, so Ryan is playing Reswab. So our first player tonight is going to be Ryan, who is playing Reswab, the Circle of Wildfire druid turtle. The cool thing about that is that one of the new Tasha's subclasses, it is the pet class that we get to see for the druid, which is, I have not seen that at the table yet. I'm excited to see how some of those interactions work, so we'll learn that together. Below him in the black hat, black jacket, black shirt, it's the Johnny Cash of the group. He's the man in black. Is Justin, and Justin, what are you playing tonight?
Hey, I'm playing Grin, a half-elf paladin who's taking the Oath of the Crown.
The Oath of the Crown. So we've got paladins in the party tonight. Spoiler alert. That's the first paladin. So we have an Oath of the Crown paladin, half-elf?
Half-elf.
Half-elf, okay. And this will also be her second time playing D&D. The first time you played D&D with us, you played a rogue, an assassin rogue. And now you're going to try out spellcasting. But as everyone knows, paladins, they're kind of spellcasters. They're more like, I have spell slots for smites. So we'll see. We'll see how this runs. I'm excited about that. All right, and below that we have Tim, who is recurring his character from the first game, Zogor, the Dragonborn Ranger who lost his arm at the end of that game. But now he's returned, and we have a little. We're going to just say that Tim is playing Zogor. We have a little bit of surprise with what has happened with his character, but he was a ranger, a one-armed ranger, and he was an archer, so he's super good at archery now with his one arm. So we're going to see where we go with this. And then below us in the purple screen, the Sunshine. What are you playing for tonight, Sunshine?
Today I am playing she started as an acolyte. She's a level 2 cleric. Spent a lot of time with Grin, and is also a level 3 paladin.
So she's
an oath of devotion.
So you started with a cleric and was like, I'm actually pretty good at this fighting business. So you went cleric and then went into, and now cleric you chose the life domain.
Correct.
And then a devotion paladin.
Yes.
Which I think is a super interesting combo. So I'm very excited to see that work. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump in. We have our characters. And tonight's story, we're diving back into the Ravenloft desert domain of Harakir. Alright, so tonight as we dive into Harakir, we return to our story. And as everybody remembers that this is a domain of Ravenloft, it is lorded over by the Pharaoh Octopot. And a little bit of backstory is that when the Pharaoh kind of became imprisoned to rule over this dominion, he put some of his followers set them up as the pantheon of gods, and in doing so kind of ushered in a new era, and completely changed the world, changed the land, and what we have seen in our Masters of Dread campaign coming into, thank you Baylor for gifting that sub, I appreciate that, but as we see the old gods have been phasing out, and the new gods are here. The new gods are basically the followers, the priest of Octopot. And as we have seen, and as this is kind of coming into fruition of this new era, there seems to be a resistance. A new order has arisen. I would say new, but it's more a return of the old. For their followers and disciples of the old gods, are kind of banding together to try to put forth some type of resistance or rebellion against Octopot. Because the Octopot is this pharaoh who is seeking out his lost soul, his Ka. That is the one thing that he is missing and what he is destined to find. And all of the undead minions that he controls, and even the living people of the world, are all kind of in service to this pharaoh to find this. But there are those that resist. And tonight we're going to tell a story about some of those people that resist. Led by Justin's character, and remind me again, your paladin's name is?
Grin.
Grin, all right. Led by Grin and his companion, I believe, and her name is? Orifine. Okay, let me get these names right. They are accompanied by a Reswab. Now, Reswab is a turtle, a druid of the land, and the turtle, the druid that is with them, has really also been following the old gods. And the old gods it's been so long, and they're so forgotten in a sense. They only know they exist through folklore and through things that have been told down. Even their names have been etched out of memory. They simply call them things like the sun god, or as they now are been calling the sun god, Sol. They also know that there is a river spirit, because there's this eternal river that is kind of like goes through the entire dominion. Think of the Nile River in Egypt, and this is what kind of gives life. And they know that there's a river god or a river spirit. There is a sun god they call Sol, and these paladins have been traveling with this druid to try to seek out any portents or omens or anything they can do to help bring back the old gods. And one thing that the paladins, both Grin and Orphan, have found is that by their faith alone, the power of the old gods seems to be returning. That as their faith grows and as they convert others to the ways of the old gods, their individual powers that are granted them by the old gods is increasing. And that has been what they have kind of discovered as they have traveled up the Eternal River past Muhar, and now they have moved to the Muhar Oasis. They have been following the Eternal River in chase of something called the River Spirit. They believe that one of Sol's, they believe Sol is the sun god, maybe the head of the old god pantheon, and that one of his other deities that he kind of lords over is some type of river spirit that they have been kind of chasing and looking for signs and portents as they've moved up the river. And at that point, we get to the Oasis. So as we travel up to the Muhar Oasis, the three companions have been traveling for many, many days and into weeks, traveling by day, hiding by night, as the servants of Octopot are more prevalent, and they kind of they scour the countryside looking for any signs of this lost Ka. So they've been traveling mainly by day, and it is at the end of one of these days that they finally reach the Oasis. Now, once you reach the Oasis, one of the things that we've seen as you've kind of moved up the Eternal River is the return of vegetation. You're actually starting to see trees and grass and signs of life as birds and things are flying over. And it has made living much easier to live by the land. Your druid friend Reswab has been able to, procure, fish and different things, from the river itself and also from the plants around to help feed everybody as you've been. It's made traveling much easier. And it's at that point that the three of you reach the river. And then as the river kind of cracks open, you start seeing all these like these tributaries that kind of spike out, and you'll see like patch of land with like creeks in between it. Kind of look at this area here on the map on the south side here, where you have like rivers kind of breaking into and surrounding different types of land. As we get over and we see these the three companions travel up, and now we are in the Oasis. Now, the first thing that we do as we come across, let's take a look at our druid, who is out front. Now, Reswab the turtle, as you're kind of walking up the riverbed, give me a survival check as you are walking up through the riverbed. Just kind of, at this point, this is kind of your normal routine as you go around looking for, food and different things to help feed your companions. A massive 1.
There's a +7 on that.
It is an 8. Okay, so you still manage to find, some little, fish and things like that, nothing major. But I do want to say that we've got the first one out of the way. Just get it out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Just get it out. Okay. So as you're looking about and you don't see anything else other than, some tracks of small animals, small games, but you are able to pull some small fish out of the kind of the creek beds that feed the larger river. And as we do that, what is Baylor doing? Justin. What is Justin doing? Grin, the paladin.
standing around.
Standing around. Just admiring the view.
Yes, it is quite a beautiful sight.
Give me a religion check. So D20 religion check. A 2! You have doubled your roll from the previous roll of 1 to 2. As it is getting late at night, you're just really kind of taken back at the beauty and the splendor of the Oasis. It's definitely a different view than you've seen before, but nothing seems out of place. Sunshine, what are you doing? Sorry. Orifine. What is Orifine doing?
I am looking for a sign of the river god.
You're looking for a sign of the river spirit? Also give me a religion check.
Gladly.
Gladly. Gladly, she says. See, she had to show the boys how to do it. She rolled a 13. Do you have a bonus in religion?
I do. That is a +5.
+5! So she is really more in touch with the spiritual world. So she rolls an 18 modified with her religion check. You do sense a divine presence. A presence that you've been this is what you've been seeking. You've caught glimpses of it. You have felt the presence pass in the early morning. But it is here at the Oasis that maybe this is the beginning of the eternal river, that you begin to really feel and sense that there is a divine being about in the water. Just past this little, the tributary creeks that you're in, as you move into the larger water, you look about the water, and as the sun tends to go down, and as the mist kind of rises around in the area, which is very typical of this area, you look at and you see what looks to be a being out on the water, slightly hovering above the water.
Say that information to my teammates.
So you point out to the druid and the turtle and the paladin, who are just kind of looking about, aimlessly wondering. They look and they see also a vision of what looks to be someone out hovering or possibly even walking on the water of the Oasis in the cool of the evening. What does our druid friend want to do? Let's go to Reswab. What would you like to do?
Well, Reswab's already kind of trekking up the middle of the river, taking advantage of the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and then make a perception check as it catches my eye.
Okay. Cast guidance. Give me a perception check. So guidance is a cantrip. He's going to get to add. So he rolls a 17
plus a 4 on that, so 23.
23 total. So you cast guidance, and you also kind of worship the land and nature. You're kind of asking the spirits to kind of give you guidance into seeing more about this. And as you look out, you see something through the mist that the others don't. You see what looks to be like a long orange or reddish hue coming out of one of the hands of whatever this is. It almost looks like it's carrying a flaming blade as it walks across the water. You also notice that the water itself seems to slightly evaporate near it as the flame of the blade, or whatever this light is, seems to be coalescing off of the top of the blade itself.
Okay. Well, as Reswab sees that, he instinctually kind of pops his head into his shell and then slowly peeks it back out and turns back towards his friends and points his staff towards it in a whispered voice, kind of draws everyone's attention to it.
Okay. And with that, Grin, give me a perception check. There it is. A 6. He's rolling hot, folks.
+4.
Okay. So what you do, as he's looking at that, you don't notice, you see something out there, but what catches your eye off to the right is you see that there seems to be another individual here walking through the woods. And as you look, you see a cloaked individual, larger, maybe 6.5, 7 foot tall, larger than you are, kind of walking through the woods and moving towards the front of the Oasis, like he's heading towards the lakefront.
Okay. And how close is it?
This person would be probably 45 feet away from you, moving through the brush.
I'm gonna watch.
You watch, and as you watch, you see the person reach down with one of their hands as it comes out. You see like a almost like a reptilian hand reach out to the water and feel the water. As he does that, you see that the water it reacts in a strange way, and you see almost like a light coming from the water. Tim, who is playing Zogor, you lean over as you see the spirit that you've been communing with for this, and hard to tell the passage of time from the events of the cave where you lost your arm, but now you've been kind of living in the Oasis, and each morning and evening as the sun either rises or sets, this spirit seems to show, and this spirit, who you've only known as the Harbinger, has been coming and sometimes will speak to you and has kind of led you down a different path and has taught you the ways of nature, even further kind of evolving what you would already on this journey. And it is at this time that between your dealings with this river spirit, or the Harbinger as you've been known to call it, that you begin to see things completely different. And at this point, you are now kind of actively seeking out and learning more about the ways of these old gods as you are watching this spirit show up again. And is at this point you look over your shoulder and you notice that there's a couple of pretty armed individuals standing off to your left.
Okay. So with that, I stand up and I shout to them, "What business do you have here?"
So Orphine and Grin, you hear this. Our turtle friend, you seem more entranced on what you're looking at, but the two paladins, that they look and they see this one-armed dragonborn, bronze dragonborn, looking out and almost saying this in a threatening manner.
So we've got a spirit in the water.
Yes.
Unknown individual at the water side, and then armed people somewhere else.
You are the armed people.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you do have armed people, yourself included. So, Grin and Orphine, what do you want to do how do you want to answer the call of this individual?
Well, greet him. Hello, friend. Can I help you?
That sounded so Paladin-esque. Hail, friend! Well met! I love it. So Tim, he's greeting you back?
Okay. I start making my way over towards them.
Okay. Orphine, you see this dragon, this one-armed dragonborn kind of walking towards you. What would you like to do?
And see if he looks injured.
Well, he is missing an arm. But other than that, doesn't look like it's a current injury. But he is missing an arm.
No, but if you disturb the Harbinger, you will need aid.
Oh, wow.
Not like threatening wise. It's more of like a cautionary.
So at this point, Reswab the turtle sees that there's some type of the paladins are making friends again. And Reswab the turtle, you turn and you see that they're kind of talking to this individual. And what would you like to do? You're kind of like flanking the individual, like 'cause you were kind of in the water, being all quiet and stealthy like the turtle you are. What would you like to do?
Reswab will turn and kind of cough as kind of smoke pours out of his mouth. He's like, "We must be quiet. Let's move from this other entity, and we must have some words to exchange."
So
I'm gonna kind of usher them out of the river, away from the floating entity that we see.
So the four of you kind of get away from the entity. Now, Zogor, Tim, your character isn't as concerned with the safety as much as more concerned about what these individuals are doing here. So at this point, we need to have a role play encounter between the four of you, as the three of you need to talk to this new individual, and find out what's going on.
All right. So, for sake of brevity, my character will kind of explain what happened last week. I'm assuming that everybody was here and heard it, but basically, we entered the cave and discovered the Harbinger inside of it, and I was injured, but it ended up teaching me the ways of the druid.
Now, interestingly enough, let me pause you. The Harbinger is not the same as the Archon in the cave.
Oh wait, what? Oh,
Yes, this is a
Okay.
different entity.
oh okay.
The
Sorry.
Archon you saw in the cave was more of like an angelic winged figure. This is a
Gotcha.
new thing. The Archon that you met in the cave last week seemed to be subservient to whatever this is.
Okay. So yeah. So I pretty much explained to them that I've been living here, and they teach me since I've been injured, no longer able to function as my hunter self. They have taught me a different way of hunting, and I now see that Octopot kind of didn't really have my interest in best interest. So I'm wanting to kind of branch out and learn more of this land and the powers that may be from the old gods.
Getting this information in, how does that change, or how do the paladins and the druid that just showed up, how do y'all take this individual now? So, Orifine, what do you think? Do you trust this individual?
I want to.
Okay.
However.
She's thinking about it.
I'm concerned.
You're
How
concerned.
quickly your allegiance has changed.
Well,
That's fair.
when you have a brush with death,
Fair.
perspectives tend to change.
right.
It's someone they did. This harbinger, this great being, showed me how to live after what was my livelihood, my job. Basically, all that I knew, how to defend myself and to hunt, all of that was taken away in a mere instant.
Changing event, as it were.
Yes.
So, Grin, you're just sitting here kind of quietly taking all this in. What would you like to do?
Well, I naturally want to take him at his word, but if it would ease your questions, I could cast Detect Evil or Good on him.
Ooh. Could. Very well could. Go for it.
Yeah.
So you cast Detect Evil. You do not, as you cast that, for the sake of the flair of the spell, you cast Detect Evil as that the light of the sun, the light of soul, kind of shines past the mountains right before it sets, and this light kind of beams on you. And as soon as that happens, your eyes light up. You look around, and you're looking for anything that would give off an evil intent or an evil aura. You look over Zogor, and you do not sense any evil among him. You look about, and you see in the distance the spirit in the water, and you do not sense evil in the spirit of the water. However, under the water, there is something evil.
Interesting. Well, it seems Zogor is on the level, and the creature out in the water means us no harm, but there is danger about.
Our turtle druid friend, Reswab, at hearing that there's some evil about in the water itself, is there anything that you would like to do?
Reswab is he's studying this whole situation as he's familiar with this type of magic and is watching him cast the spell. Where is this evil source emanating from?
Seems to be coming from below the water.
Do we have a directional positioning of where this is?
So let's just say if you're looking at this painting I've got here, you're basically standing here-ish. And so it would be coming from here, towards the middle, which is where this being is. Now, as the sun has completely gone down, everyone's kind of contemplating this, you look over and you can see the spirit still standing over the water. It looks something like this.
Reswab's going to ask our new friend here, do you know of this being above the water?
Above the water, yes. That's the one that's been graciously showing me a new way of life.
You can communicate with it?
Per se. Yeah.
And this being represents the old gods? Yes?
Do I know that?
You believe he may actually be one of the old gods. You're not sure.
If nobody has any objections, I'd certainly love to have a conversation with this creature.
Very well.
I love the paladin's like, I'm totally talking to the god. Just the audacity. Oh, I can totally do that.
Might I ask what business you have with the old god, or with the harbinger?
Well, we're searching for a spirit of soul. And so far, our travels have led us here.
I will see if the harbinger would know of anything, and would like to have an audience with you.
I'd appreciate that.
So Zogor walks forward to the water, reaches out with his arm, and with that, the spirit turns and reaches out with its arm as well back to you. And at that moment, you hear a very small, still voice echoing in your ears, and hear a voice say, "Are you ready?"
Yes.
Always.
Then Soul will see you tested. Now, all of you hear this.
Oh, okay. So
All
it's
of you
just-
hear this, that Soul will see you tested. To the Paladins, to Grin and to Orphine, this is like, there's finally, you're hearing from a spirit, and the idea of being tested is that's exactly what you want. The Druids, on the other hand, what I don't know, you tell me, what's your take on that? We'll start with Reswab. What's your take on this random spirit telling you to be tested?
Reswab's gonna produce a flame in his hand. Say, we must burn away these new gods to make room for the old.
Ooh,
And then he's ready to pursue whatever challenge awaits us.
And Zolgor, what is your response to the spirit saying that Soul will have you tested?
I turn to the other group and just nod to them.
Okay. And with that, the spirit walks out back into the mist and slowly dissipates into the distance as the spirit seems to disappear and leave as quickly as it came. And at that, the oasis itself begins to shake. The water begins to ripple out as the entire area just starts to shake and to tremble. Reswab, you're closest to the water. As long as Zolgor, you both see this. As you see all of the marine life, it seems to be swimming out away from whatever seems to be coming out of the water, as all of the fish seem to be swimming upstream, going back into the river out of the oasis. As everything's moving, birds begin to fly out as something begins to emerge out of the water. But that's where everyone's at right now. The river this is kind of the bed of the river. And as the four of you are seeing this large water's explosion happens out of the oasis itself as this thing takes flight. And as the water, you kind of lose it for half a second. But the druid up front, we'll give this to Reswab. Reswab, give me a perception check as you're kind of standing in the front as all this water is exploding.
It's a 12.
It's a 12. You see something take flight out of the water and goes into the darkness and into the clouds. There's a little bit of a blue light that all of you see as this thing kind of explodes out of the water itself. And then behind you, as soon as it happens, the Paladin's turn as you hear this large crash come down behind you and landing behind you. So you see this large, coursing
Undead
with this
dragon.
green undead dragon thing come exploding out and lands just behind you as this big thing, and everyone in chat goes, "Oh dear Lord." So you have the ability. It is something we could have fun with. But we're going to add all the turns. We're going to pull up the turn meter. All right, so Zolgor, you're first, and then we're going to go to Orphine, followed by Reswab, and then we'll go to Grin, and then finally the big undead dragon. What's the worst thing that could happen? It's just a one-shot.
True.
So let's see how these abilities work that you've got. So we've got a bunch of level 5 characters. Let's see if they can do this. They're about to be tested.
I'm gonna start with a wild shape.
Yes, you are.
I will shape into a direwolf.
Okay.
And then with Dread Ambush, I should be able to reach it.
All right, so our one-armed ranger has now taken 2 levels of Moon Druid and turns into a... What are you turning into?
A direwolf.
You turn into a direwolf and you charge in and to try to bite the dragon. Being tested by the spirit, you go in to attack the undead dragon. All right, so give me an attack roll. Now you have
Okay.
to use the stats of of whatever you turned into.
Right.
The
Okay,
the physical
so-
stats.
Okay, so
We're all learning new classes, folks. 17.
yep,
Nice.
plus
All right,
2.
is this a bite attack?
It is bite.
Okay.
And so correct me if I'm wrong. So wild shape's a bonus action, right?
Yes. So you can.
Okay.
For you, it is because you're a wild Circle of the Moon druid.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna bite. So does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does. It is a dragon, so you do have to ask.
So that's 1, 6, 11.
Nice.
Plus 3, so that's 14.
14. All right, so you go and you bite, and you tear it, kind of the bony extrusion of its feet. You go and grab it, cracking one of its feet as you bite into it. Is there any effect of this?
If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 13 Strength save or be thrown or knocked prone. I don't know. That's gonna work for a dragon.
It can still work. He is prone. You do pull its feet out from under. It does drop to the ground. It is prone. What that means is every melee attack now gets advantage on their attack.
Okay, and since it, I'm gonna make it my favorite enemy.
Okay. It is your favorite enemy, and you can roll another d4 of damage. All right, there we go, 16. All right. So the Ranger Druid combo is that favorite enemy works while you're wild shaped. So he is just going to go and maul the thing, drop it down to the ground, and now you have basically knocked it off. As soon as it landed, you shifted into this monster, you grabbed its foot, you pulled its foot up under it, and it actually surprisingly fell to the ground. So momentarily it's prone. And with that, all right, so with that, it is Oriphine's turn. So Sunshine, what are we doing?
I'm going to cast.
Ooh, we've got spells. She's popping a spell, folks. Direwolf runs off to bury its femur.
Is Zogor within 30 feet of me?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I will cast Sanctuary on Zogor.
Ooh, okay, so that's a bonus action. So you bonus action, you cast Sanctuary. That means that if the dragon tries to attack it, it has to make a Wisdom saving throw, or it can't make it loses the attack, basically. So you can do that, and you still have an action if you want to attack. So Sunshine, do you still want to attack it after Sanctuary?
Smack it with my Morning Star.
Yes, you can. Alright, so you can run up and try to smack it with your Morning Star.
Okay,
Okay, I got you.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, the problem is the dragon token sits above, so I have to move the dragon. 19. Now, here's the thing. You get to roll again because it is prone. Even though that is a hit, go ahead and roll again in case you roll that 20. Okay. All right, so now roll your damage for the Morning Star, which is going to be a D8 plus your strength modifier. So 6 plus 1 is 7.
7.
Okay. So that is 20...
Wait.
I'm just kidding.
Wait. Can I also put a smite on that?
You can.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Level 1 smite.
Level 1 smite, and so that's 2 more.
2d8. Yes. All right. So she
Nice.
casts. This is a great paladin turn. She casts Sanctuary. She runs up. She hits with a Morning Star. She calls down the power of Soul. The light shines on her Morning Star. She crashes the undead with 2d8 radiant damage plus the d8 for the Morning Star, doing 17 plus what, 2 damage? Is that right? What's your strength bonus? Huh?
The cleric.
Oh, so it's not. So just 17 straight? Okay.
Yeah.
16, 17. All right, so that's 27, 33 damage. Okay. All right. So you crack it, a part of its vertebrae kind of pops, and as you kind of crack some of the bone out of the Morning Star as you pull it back, your Morning Star is still radiating light as you've called down the power of Soul. Now, you spent 2 spell slots, just, one for the for the Sanctuary, and then 1 for Smite. So that's 2 of your first level spell slots have been used. Now, from there we go to our Wildfire Druid friend, the Turtle. What would you like to do, Turtle?
So Reswab will, with his little walking stick, hobble up the path.
Okay.
And then, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move a little bit closer here. I'm going to summon my Wildfire Spirit right here.
And you have a little blue wildfire spirit, is that right?
Yeah, so Reswab has this a blue salamander that kind of runs out from underneath the shell,
Okay.
scuttles across, and then as it reaches that position I indicated,
Okay.
it bursts into a wreath of flames.
Nice.
Blue flames.
All right, so this little blue salamander runs out forward. Now, what's the attack on this thing?
So it's a dex save.
Okay.
And let's see, sorry.
I rolled really high on my dex save. I rolled an 18.
Okay. Then he takes no damage.
No damage. Okay. Is there anything else?
Yeah, so I'll use my bonus action to use fiery teleportation.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna have the salamander's gonna move 5 feet to the right.
Okay.
I can't actually control that token.
Go ahead.
I still don't have control over that token.
I got it. Where do you want it? Here?
Other direction.
Okay.
And I'm going to teleport my paladin friend here 15 feet back in this direction.
Okay.
And then it's also going to do another dex save for the dragon to see if he takes damage.
All right, so you're basically moving Orphine out of the way.
Right. I wanna let that sanctuary get its punch in.
Gotcha. Okay. I failed. I rolled a 12. Does that fail my dex save?
That does fail. So it's here. I'll go ahead and roll damage on that.
Okay.
So it's a 4 plus 3, so 7 fire damage.
All right, so we've taken 40 total damage. Okay. All right, Justin, it is your turn. I'm sorry. Was that all for Reswab?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Justin, it's your turn.
Yeah, let's get in there.
Okay.
Okay, how many spaces can I move? 6?
6. Yeah. If you want to. There you
Attack
go.
range?
That's perfect.
Perfect.
All right, so you basically run up as you running towards Orphine. She explodes in fire and teleports behind you. So you basically go and stand where she was.
Yeah.
And now, what would you like to do?
Let's fight.
That's fine. All right, so now let's roll your attack roll for your longsword. So you get 2 attacks, being a 5th level paladin. So first attack is, and you do roll with advantage, because it is prone thanks to your Zogor. So that's an 18, which will hit, but go ahead and roll again. Okay, so we'll take the 18. What's your bonus to hit? Let's just say longsword plus what?
Plus 6.
Plus 6. Oh, wow. Okay. Totally hit with a 24. All right, so now roll a d8 plus your strength damage, which I think is 3. If I'm right. Okay, so 8.
And let's attack again.
Okay. 11 plus 6 is actually going to hit. So now that's a 17. So now roll another one. All right, so that's 3. Would you like to smite, or are you going to save it?
We can use one, sure.
All right. So you've done 6 points of damage total right now with the sword, but you now roll another 2d8 radiant damage for using a smite. And another 8 damage, bringing it up to 62 total damage. That's good damage. Okay.
Rollers.
All right, my turn. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to stand up, and then he's going to shift over. His entire head kind of swivels over to the side, and the 2 paladins are in a line, which is my favorite thing to do. Since you're in a line, it draws back its head. You see this crackling blue electricity coming out of its mouth as it shoots out this bolt of lightning in a line right through here, attacking the paladins. So the paladins will need to make a dexterity saving throw. So roll a d20 and add your dex save. Sunshine rolls high. Grin does not.
No, nothing.
No.
My dex is a +0, so yay.
Yay. Okay. So, you're gonna take. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a whole lot of damage.
Okay.
Orphine's gonna take half of that. Grin, you're gonna take everything. Okay. Whatever it is, this is what you take.
Intercept it on them.
Oh, no.
So it's 35, and then you're also gonna take an additional 15. So take 50 points of damage. Now, it's 50 to the paladin, and then it's 25 to Orphine. So my question is, how many hit points did Justin? How many hit points did Grin have?
-1 now.
-1. He's down. So, all right. So Grin falls over. Now, here's the way this works. You are now in death save territory. You're not dead. You're mostly dead. Totally different thing. So there's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead. All right. So you're just on the ground, writhing in pain as if you've just been electrified by the undead blue dragon. Orphine, you're hurt as well, but more concerned that Grin is completely on the ground. The dragon, seeing what it has done, will then move its tail, taking a legendary action, and will move his tail to attack the little monster thing that tripped him up. He didn't like that, but he is going to have to make a wisdom saving throw. This is all happening at the same time. So for the sanctuary, it will stay it's still up. I will need to make a wisdom saving throw to try to attack our little guy, which I failed. So he goes to move his tail and cannot because of sanctuary. So that ends his turn. So now we go to the top of the turn. Now, as these are some new players, I want to explain how boss mechanics work. The dragon goes last, but I have legendary actions, and legendary actions a lot of times will say I get to use those whenever I feel like it. So it's a way for me to cheat, and that's just the way the game is played. All right. He's cheating. He's straight cheating. All right. So at that, we go to the top of the round. Zogor, it is your turn. You see that one of these paladins is fallen over, and it is your turn.
First off, was Sunshine, were you trying to say something when the other paladin went down? Ow.
Just ow.
I didn't know if like she had like some kind of thing to prevent damage or anything. Is what. But okay, so I'll attack again.
Okay.
With advantage
Gotcha.
because of pact.
He's not. Okay, so he's not being flanked currently.
Does the familiar count?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. All right. So
It's not a familiar, but it doesn't count.
Grin on the ground doesn't count?
No, they have to be conscious.
15 plus 5 is 20. That is another hit. So make your attack, and I have to roll another save or be tripped, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You did it again! Zogor goes in, bites that foot again, brings that thing back down, rolls his damage, so that's 10 damage.
Plus this? Oh,
Plus
plus
one.
a 1.
Plus 1. Alright, so 73. Alright. Alright, so you've now done another attack. You've pulled him back down, so anyone doing melee damage to him will get advantage on the attack, because he is prone again. With that, Orphine, it is your turn. What's it going to be?
Am I within 30 feet of Justin?
Yes, you are.
Right.
You are 15 feet away.
I'm going to use another one of my spell slots.
Okay.
And channel Divinity Preserve Life.
Channel Divinity Preserve Life. What does that do? It's been a minute since I've had a life domain cleric.
As an action, you can restore 10 hit points. Any creature within 30 feet.
Okay. All right. So that's not a spell slot. That's just a feature. You can just use it once.
Mm-hmm.
So you're using your Channel Divinity. So here's the thing. The way this works, Justin, you're not at -1. You're at 0. And now you're at 10. All right. So that is your action. Do you have any bonus action that you would like to do, Orphine? So you are conscious, laying on the ground. I'm sorry.
Under bonus actions, it says... No, never mind. No, I don't have anything. Sanctuary was all I had.
Okay. You could cast it again.
Could I?
You could. You could use another spell slot to cast Sanctuary again. The problem with casting that is if you cast it on someone who then wants to attack, like if you were to cast that on Justin,
Yeah.
he would basically destroy the Sanctuary if he attacked.
Yeah. No, there's nothing else I want to do.
All right, you want to stay where you're at? Okay. Hey, you did your job.
Oh, I'm gonna move. Let me move back.
Okay, you want to get out of the line?
Yeah, I want to get out of the line.
She's learned raid mechanics. All these years of playing Warcraft, she's like, I don't need to stand and stuff. She's gonna move.
I don't stand in the fire.
Right, so don't stand in the fire. Where are you gonna move to? Where on the map are you wanting to move?
Just as far as I can, one way or the other. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna be within a line with one of my teammates.
Here's the thing: you can try to hide behind a tree.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll
All
try.
right,
to hide.
so like you see this tree right here? Yeah, perfect. Now you're blocking. Get in cover. Yes. So you healed him. You run around and get in cover. Perfect. We're gonna go to Reswab, the druid, the turtle druid. Is now your turn. What would you like to do?
So Reswab is kind of coughing and choking as more smoke continues to kind of build up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna, I'm gonna ready my action of Cure Wounds, and
Okay.
then I'm going to use my bonus action, have my Fiery Spirit run up once again next to my fallen friend here and teleport him back 15 feet.
Okay.
Again, provoking a dexterity save for the dragon.
Okay. So dexterity save for the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
18. He passed that.
Okay, so he's not gonna take any damage, I don't think.
But you
no damage.
But you teleported him back.
Right, and then I'm gonna use trigger that Cure Wounds.
What level?
Just first level.
First level. All right. Roll your cure wounds. This is a touch spell. 7+.
So heal 11.
Heal 11. So, Justin, looking good. You're back up to 21. And just in time for your turn.
Oh, and Reswab will take one step to the side.
He's just gonna like get away from the shiny target, right? I got you. All right. Before we get to your turn, I would like to make a tail attack at our druid friend who keeps biting me. So I will make a tail attack at Tim, at the little badger thing that keeps knocking me down. So let
Badger.
me. Yeah, that's gonna hit you. So let me roll some damage. So he rings his tail around, and you will take 14 points of damage from the tail spike. Now you have to look at the health of the direwolf.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's
I'm
your
at
health.
20. Yep.
Okay. All right. So he stabs you with that. Now it is your turn. I'm sorry. Grin, the paladin, it is your turn.
All right. Let's go ahead and do a Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. All right. So that is your action. Or you also have Lay on Hands. You could use that too. Do you want to use Cure Wounds or Lay on Hands? I think you get like a pool of it. Let me make sure.
Yeah, I get 25 points to use.
Oh, you can use as much of it as you want.
Yeah.
It's 5. That's right. It's 5 points per level, right? So you could actually probably get yourself all the way up if you wanted or close to it.
We'll use that.
Okay. All right. So you stay back. Okay. Now for your action, you call upon the power of soul to heal yourself. All of the burning sensation that you had of this electricity is now dissipating off of you as you heal yourself with the Lay on Hands. That is your action. Is there anything you want? Do you want to move? Grin.
2, 3,
Thinking about it.
5, 6. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
All right, so you're gonna run over, spread out. Okay. On the big undead dragon's turn, first I have to roll a 6-sider. Oh, good! Look at that. I got my breath weapon back. That's good. He's going to stand up, and he's going to move over here. And he finds a new line of damage. I think I get 3, y'all.
Do we get an opportunity attack?
Yes, you do get an attack of opportunity. You do get an attack of opportunity. He's trying to leave your space.
Knock him on his butt.
Yeah, so this is an attack of opportunity from Tim. You snap at him as he just kind of like, you're not getting me again. He moves, he creates a new line, rears back his breath weapon, and now Grin, the Direwolf, and we're going to say the Turtle back here also will need to make a dexterity saving throw. Grin, that's a hard fail. Reswab's a hard fail. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. That's the wrong dice.
Wrong dice. Wrong dice.
Come
Nat
on.
20.
There
There
we
you
go.
go. We do have a resist. Okay. All right, so here comes some damage, and then we'll figure it out. That's not bad. 22. I need some more, though. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Wait. Oh, I read the wrong thing. I didn't roll a 22. I rolled 61 points of damage. All right, so the Paladin in the front goes back down. I believe now, if you made your save, we round that down, so you take 30.
Okay.
So are you out of your direwolf form?
I am out.
So you're no longer a direwolf. You're back into your one-armed ranger. So you don't lose any health.
Okay.
You're just now not a direwolf.
Okay.
The turtle friend in the back, are you taking 61 points of damage?
Reswab sees, he's a little further back, so he sees the lightning
Blast
arc
him.
through his first two friends, and he's going to shrink back into his shell and use absorb elements.
You use absorb elements, so you will take half damage and absorb part of the lightning. Beautiful. All right, so instead of 61 damage, you take 30.
Beautiful.
All right. The good news is you have 4 characters here that all have healing spells. So now we go back to Zogor. Zogor, you're back in one-armed ranger mode.
Okay. So with that,
Hang on. Chat. The dragon is plus 300 if you and Danny want in on the betting. The dragon is heavily favored in this fight, is what we're saying here in chat. Hey, you guys are actually doing really well. I want to say I'm proud of all of you.
Really well.
You're doing really well. I know that Grin probably doesn't feel he's doing well, but he's doing well.
yeah, I'm gonna go up to Grin. I think this is Grin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
What level? 1?
Level 2.
Ooh, so roll 2d8 and then add your wisdom modifier to the healing.
2d8 plus 2.
15. All right. So, Grin, you have seen death almost take you twice. You've been snatched back out by the power of the old gods. You're back up to 15.
And then, all right. So this,
Fortunately, this group has multiple battle reses.
Yep. So this water right here, how deep is it? That he's like kind of almost under.
Probably like 6 to 7 feet.
Okay.
It just depends. It's one of those things like it's like at the shore, it's like a foot or two, then it kind of dips down. It's like a ditch. It's like a water ditch. Yeah.
I'm gonna go right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Wild Shape again as a giant octopus.
A giant octopus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to like hide in the water for a minute.
All right, so you're gonna go turn into a giant octopus and just hide in the water.
I'm pretty much like just gonna dive in the water and then
and turn into an octopus.
Yeah.
Totally fine with all of this. Okay, with that, we're gonna go to. I love this. Sunshine. It is your turn. So Orifine, what is Orifine gonna do? The tank has already been battle rest.
I should have been thinking about this. Okay.
Are we having fun, chat? Is the dragon still plus 300?
Nah.
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 The group is taking offense. It's very unlucky that I actually got to recharge my breath weapon.
Far.
Yeah.
Can't get to it to attack it. It's too far. So I will.
What cantrips do you have? Did you get Sacred Flame?
No, the only cantrip I have, I think, is Interception, but they gotta be within 5 feet of me.
All right, chat. What do you think? What should she do? I don't know what spells you have. I can't offer help.
I'm just gonna put some healing on myself. I'll do a level 1 Cure Wounds.
Okay. You could run up and get closer, but still be in cover.
Would I? Yeah, but I'm at 12.
Oh, you're at 12. I'm trying to give her some bad advice.
Stay right where I am and cast Cure Wounds at level 1 on myself.
I'm gonna hide behind this here tree, and I'm gonna pray and cast Cure Wounds. All right.
And get back 12 points. Oh,
You are also a paladin. How many levels of
Yeah.
paladin do you have?
3,
So that's 15 points of lay on hands you have too available to you.
but I wanna
Save it.
hold on to that. Yeah,
Okay.
if I can use that anytime. Okay, so I healed 12.
All right. So you're gonna sit back and heal yourself up. Fine strategy. All right, Reswab, what are you gonna do? Coursing with your energy.
I'm gonna walk forward to here,
Okay.
and I'm going to use Scorching Ray on the dragon.
Nice. Okay. So you cast Scorching Ray. This big ray of fire comes out. What's my save?
It's a ranged spell attack.
Oh, it's range spell attack. All right, hit me. Hit me.
So first one here, it's gonna be +7 on all these.
Okay.
Go
Oof.
ahead and roll all 3.
That's gonna miss. That'll hit. The first one misses. The second one hits. The third one hits. So 2 of your 3 hit.
Okay. So it's gonna be 46 fire damage.
Roll it. Woo, that's pretty good.
Take that.
18. So he's taking 80. We're up to 92 damage.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my bonus
91,
action
sorry,
to
91. Math.
command my fire spirit to come right here.
Okay.
I still can't move that token.
I
Yeah.
got it.
And then I will again do the fiery teleportation back to. Let's see. I'll go here and hope he can't move that far.
All right. So you're trying to get Justin out.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be another dex save for the dragon.
All right. Dex save for the dragon. Okay.
So he
11.
fails that,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be 6 more fire damage.
6 more fire damage. Okay. So that puts me up to 97 total damage taken. All right. This is actually good mechanics because you're keeping the tank healed and then you're pulling him back. So now, Justin, what is Grin gonna do? You're back up. You're standing your feet. You still have your weapon. You're at 15 health. Is that math right? Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So, what's it gonna be?
I'm going to Cure Wounds level 2.
Second level Cure Wounds. There's always a line for the Dragon PM. So 5 plus...
3.
Okay. Oh, Baylor, reroll that 1. I reroll 1s on healing. There you go. So 8 plus... Do you get a bonus or no?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Alright, so heal for 11. That's a house rule I've had forever. If you roll a 1 in healing, I'll let you reroll it.
Back up to 26.
Okay. Do you want to move? Behind the tree.
What can you do?
Very good. All right, now it's its turn. It's going to first roll to see if I recharge. I do not recharge. See, I can miss it. All right. So first, let me roll perception for the Drago. Tim, give me a stealth check.
That is, I have advantage, so. Oh, almost a 20.
I don't think he sees you.
Yeah, it's +5, so.
Yeah, he does not see the octopus. So what he's going to do is he is going to take a swipe at the little fire dog in front of me, the fire salamander. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Will 19 kill it?
No, it's still up.
What? All right, I'll attack it again.
It's got 30.
Dang, that's a strong little spirit.
That is a strong boy. Will a 12 hit it?
12 will not hit it.
What?
Dude,
Look at this. He's
look,
he's
animals are its weakness.
he's like getting tanked. All right. Well, I'm
How
still,
much total damage was that?
He did 19 damage.
Okay.
19 damage. So your little pet is tanking the dragon. That's nuts. Okay. He still has a legendary action this turn, so he will use his tail on the little thing in front of him. He's persistent, if nothing else. That's gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
11, 17 more damage. That'll get it. It
That'll put
only
it
took
down.
my legendary action to get rid of that thing. Okay.
I'll take it.
All right. So claw. But here's it wasted its whole turn killing this little thing. I'm just gonna leave it over here because I'm assuming you're about to summon it back, right? I'm just for the moment he's gone. Okay. Top of the round, Zogor. It is your turn. What is the octopus teacher gonna do?
Well, the octopus tentacles are going to reach up from the depths and try to grapple this dragon with a tentacle attack.
Okay.
So first I gotta make a roll. That's +5.
No.
Hold on. Wisdom modifier.
It's a hard no.
Yep, that's just a hard no.
Okay. Tentacle swipe.
Yep.
Looking
then,
like Cthulhu coming out of the river. His
Yep.
tentacles just come flailing out.
and then that's it.
That's it. All right. What's Orphan gonna do? What's the Paladin? You gonna sit back? You gonna heal some more? Sunshine. We've lost her.
Oh no, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I thought I muted myself. No.
She's got the Neosporin out. She's got.
I'm gonna move over here.
Headstone asked if the octopus is missing a tentacle. It's a 7-legged octopus. That's great. All right, so she's moving. She's strafing. I dig it.
I'm moving over there because I don't think I can get all the way to Grin.
Okay.
And I'm
Were you trying to get to Justin?
yes.
You can, because you can move diagonals.
I can move diagonals.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
you
go
you can
over
get here. Yeah, there easily. Yeah.
there, and I am going to.
Oh, this is great. All right.
Wow. Really? I don't want to use my last spell slot to heal you. Come on.
You do have your lay on hands.
I do have my lay on hands. I'm gonna lay on hands.
You've got 15 points of lay on hands.
On Gren and give him. What are you at now?
26.
I'll give you 8.
Gives her, yeah, so heal for another 8. Okay. And with that, it is Reswab, the Turtle Druid's turn.
Okay. Reswab is just kind of, he's got those old achy bones, so he's going to kind of slowly, with his walking stick, just casually kind of walk forward.
Okay.
And then I'm going to summon my Wildfire Spirit right here.
Okay, so the Wild Spirit coming back. What did you say?
And so that's going to be a dex save.
Okay, dex save for me. All right. Let's see. Fail. Hard fail.
Okay. So that's going to be 2d6 fire damage there.
Okay. 104.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to command it to shoot a flame seed. So after it appears, it's going to immediately kind of look up towards the dragon and just cough a little blue fireball up at it.
Cute.
And so that is a spell attack. So that's going to be a 14 to hit?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, it resists
And that's
that
all I
magic.
got.
All right. I am going to use a legendary action. Nope, just kidding. I'm going to wait. Grin, your turn. What's Grin
Well,
going to do?
No sense standing here to die. Let's get in there.
There you go. There we go.
Swing at this bad boy.
All right. 17. Now, you are flanking it because of the octopus, so you do get advantage. So you're not flanking, you get advantage. So now roll another attack. There we go. So the 17 hits. So first attack, roll a d8 for your longsword attack. Ooh, 1 plus 3, 4 damage.
Smite.
Second attack. He's got one more attack.
Mm-hmm.
He's rolling to see if he gets that crit. Okay, you're with advantage, so roll again. Plus 6 is a 17, so the first attack would hit. Either way, you hit. So now roll another d8. Oof! 1 plus 3 is 4, so he's at 112. Is there a smite in there?
Yeah, let's use one.
There you go. Here comes
Use it
the
while you're
smite.
still breathing.
That's right. Can't smite when you're dead. All right.
True.
And those are D8s.
2d8. That's better. Add another
A little
9
bit better.
points of damage. He's at 121 damage as the radiant damage, the power of the sun comes into your blade as you strike it again. Even the smallest nick of the sword seems to do a lot of damage when it has radiant on it. And now it is its turn. So the first thing it's going to do is going to roll this here d6. Did not recharge its breath weapon. The first thing it's going to do is it is going to use a legendary action and do a wing attack. And he's going to attack everyone close to him, including the octopus. So the wings are basically just going to start fluttering around, bashing into the water itself. So this is going to be one attack. So this is going to be attack to the octopus. 18 to hit?
Yep.
Okay. So the octopus takes 15 damage.
Okay.
The little badger thing, whatever the flaming thing is in front of me, is getting hit as well. Ooh, snake eyes. But still 8 points of damage. And then here comes the attack at Grin. 20 to hit? Does 20 hit you?
Yes.
Yes. All right. And so this is going to hit you for 7 plus 5, 8, 13 damage. The wing buffet. All right. That's his legendary action. For his other action, he is going to claw at the little fire toad thing as one of my attacks. Miss. Then he's going to reach over and try to bite the paladin in front of me. That would be Grin. 18
If it's the same, it hits, yeah?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
So he does bite you. He reaches down, snaps at you, and does 12 points of damage. What's your health? I think Grin's
We
still
are at
standing.
9.
9! See? All day. You're in tank stance. You got this. All right, so you're still getting beat down, but he's biting you when you got your shield up. You're alive. Zogor, it is your turn. What's the octopus going to do?
Well, it's gonna try again to
Okay.
grapple it. So.
Get him.
You have
I've had
advantage.
to, yeah.
You have advantage, so that's not a 1. It is actually a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
double 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Are any bonus action, or are you done?
No, I think we're just done.
We're just
Done.
done. Double
done here.
1s. I like a headstone with the double 1s in chat. That's hilarious. All right. Sunshine. What's Orphan going to do?
To it. I feel like he's just out of reach. I feel like I can get there.
We're loosey-goosey with where this thing is. I will say it's close enough. Because he could just as easily... Yeah, it's fine.
Let's smite him.
All right.
Hitting my mace and smite.
You have a spell slot left?
I have one spell slot left.
Nice. Go for it. Land that. It is with advantage. So roll 2d20s. Can Sunshine come in and put in some hurt? Cheers in chat. Let's do it. Cheers in chat. We'll take that 17 all day. That'll hit. Roll your d8 with your Morning Star. All right, and then are we smiting it?
Hit level 2 because that's a slot I have left.
Ooh, 3d8. Roll 3d8.
Ugh, man.
I have a question. Hang on. I just pause for a second.
Okay.
Read Smite.
Sure. Alright. Smite.
I might have missed something here.
When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than 1. For a maximum of 5d8 plus 1d8 against undead or fiends.
Correct. So we've had 2 other smites hit it. So
Oh.
Baylor, we need to go backwards.
Let's go backwards.
Let's
Yeah.
go backwards. So, all right. So you hit for 7. Now let's finish this attack. Roll a d8 for the smite here.
Okay, one more d8.
All right.
There we go.
That's 15 damage. That's 149. I used to play a paladin. I was like, wait a minute, this is undead. How many smites have we actually connected? I
I've
know.
done 2.
I
So-
know. I
Sorry,
believe it's 3 total because I think Sunshine hit it earlier. So Baylor, give me 2d8 that will add to the damage, and then Sunshine. Ooh, Baylor, 12. 49.
One more.
Yes. All right. It is undead. All right. So he's at 164 damage taken. So that changes things a lot. So that's a lot of smite damage that came on.
Better.
All right. So your action, you ran up. You used a a second level smite to hit it. We've added up all the previous smite damage,
Yeah.
and now we go to Ryan. What is little Reswab gonna do?
Reswab is going to open his mouth again and release a large scorching ray. Not a breath weapon, but along those lines, if you will.
Okay,
And launch that towards the dragon.
go for it.
So it's gonna be 3 attacks
Miss.
plus 7 and all these.
Miss. And
Wah, wah, wah.
miss.
Okay.
Miss.
And then I'm going to have the wildfire spirit move to right here, and then fiery teleport away.
The tank.
Just just Zolgor, and I'm gonna try to get him into these bushes if possible.
Perfect. Okay.
And then there's gonna be a dex save for the dragon.
All right. So the dragon makes a dex save. 19. I made that one.
He
Hey,
succeeds.
Tim, Wes says that you're snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Oh.
I think he's talking
Ew.
smack. I think that's what's happening here.
Stop.
Gran Torino Turtle. That's it. Just moving everybody around. All right, dragon turn. Let's see if I can recharge. Oh, wrong dice. Just disregard that.
No, it's a one.
Disregard that. Oh, I did not recharge. Okay. So I have all these targets about.
My turn.
He's going to step forward. He's not to lose any attacks of opportunity because he's still in the threatened space of everybody. He's just going to splash his wings around again and attack literally everybody around. So that's going to be everybody except for Grin. I'm going to say that you have cover. Everyone else will have an attack on them. So here comes the wings. So this is on the octopus. That'll miss.
Did I lose my turn?
You did lose your turn. I am just kidding. So rewind, and now it is your turn. But you're thinking that dragon's starting to flap his wings. You think he knows. You think you know what he has telegraphed his move. You've seen this raid mechanic before.
All right. Is everyone within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
Except for the octopus.
If you took a step forward, it would be. Uh-oh.
Me.
He's got a button he's wanting to push.
I gotta push a button.
He's going to push a button.
All right, so bonus action will cast.
He's about to blow a cooldown, folks.
Turn the tide.
Turn
Each
the tide.
creature of your choice within 30 feet regains 1d6 plus 3 HP if it has no more than half its max HP.
Okay. So roll a d6 and everybody gains that. 5. That's a bonus action?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right, so
Was there anything on top of that, or is it just straight 5?
It's another 3 if you're missing more than half of your health. Which I think the total is. So it's 5. Look at the glee on Trevor's face at the misses. Oh, that's great. All right, so now, is there anything else? That was your bonus action, right?
Correct.
Do you want to run up and stab it in the face? Or do you want to...
So I can move an additional 5?
You can move 30 total feet. You've only moved 5 so far, so you could run right back
Yeah,
up
I've
to
moved
it.
1, so I can move 5 more, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's swing on it.
All right. Swing. You get 2 attacks. And these will be with advantage because there's so many people around it. So 10.
Sure.
Roll again. The natural 20, and you're out of smite slots, right?
I have 1 smite slot.
You do have 1 left!
I have a D tier 2 smite slot.
Oh, okay. All right. Everybody, look. Here's what's about to happen. Okay. You're going to roll 2d8 for the longsword.
Yeah.
A level 2 smite is 3d8. It's undead, so it's 4d8.
48.
But because you smited, it's 8d8.
88.
So you're going to roll a total of 10d8 damage.
Okay.
Do you understand how this happened? It's a crit doubles all the damage.
Right.
That is the power of the Paladin, is if they ever roll the crit, they can just alpha strike something.
Yeah.
So it's 10d8 damage.
ND8.
10d8.
All right,
Plus-
here we go.
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Plus 3. So 20. And then 24. That is 44, 47. So you run up with your longsword. You call upon the power of soul. As you reach down, the blade illuminates with this yellow energy. As you bring it down, you hit the crook of the neck of the beast. You sever the head of the dragon, and you defeated the dragon, the undead dragon. So I didn't think we could beat I'm going to assassinate death. He just smited a undead dragon in the neck to kill it. The legend of Lord Baylor continues. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to retire D&D at this point.
So much fun. Come on.
Oh, that is great. All right. So with that, you sever the head of the beast. The beast falls to the ground. Everyone kind of takes this moment like, I can't believe this just happened. You've felled this giant beast. And with that, even though it is night, there is this sense that like the sun almost made an appearance back over the mountains for like a half a second as this ray of light kind of shone over the group, and you all sense the presence of this divine being. And you see, as you turn, as you look in the sky, you see like the outline of what looks to be a man in the sun of the sunlight. And you all sense the presence that Soul, this lost old god, seems to be returning. And that is where we're going to end tonight, as they have proven themselves to Soul, the sun god. They have met the river spirit, who is some other old god deity, and they have proven themselves. So that is it for tonight. That was a fun little one-shot. So for that, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will try to, put more of these together. For people watching, if you want to join in a one-shot, these are lots of fun. We don't really take these terribly seriously. They're just fun. But they are part of the ongoing story. I'm trying to intertwine all the stories together. But if you want to join, you can join our Discord. And when I put the call out, say, hey, yes, I'd like to play. And I will kind of tell everyone, hey, make it level 3, level 5, whatever. And then we'll make a character and then get in there. Perfect. So join our Discord if you want to join in on the next one. For those of you watching, also, the main storyline for Master of Dread is on Monday night, 8:30 Eastern here on Twitch. Or you can also follow us on Rolling with Advantage YouTube. So thank you so much for watching.